Hello everybody and welcome to another video here at Payball Motor Projects, and today's video we're talking about the brand new 2022 Honda Civic Type R. Bit of a change from our usual lineup on the channel. I thought I'd mix it up, do something a little bit different, and I did mention that I was going to be bringing some review videos and talking about brand new cars coming out this year. But first of all, I just want to start off by thanking everybody who has supported the channel and subscribed to the channel throughout 2021. Beginning of 2022 has started off great. I've received the most amount of subscribers in a single month than throughout the whole time that I've had the channel. So it started off on a good note, and obviously I want to keep things fresh on the channel. That's why I want to bring something a little bit different. I know my big videos are how-to videos and detailing videos, but I want to try something a little bit different. At the end of the day, this is the car channel, and I just want to talk about things or do things other than just cleaning cars and showing you guys how to do things on certain models of cars. And today, like I said, we are bringing out the review of the 2022 Honda Civic Type R. I really do appreciate the subscriptions, everyone who has subscribed throughout 2021 and in the beginning of 2022. If you are one of the subscribers, then a shout out to you. I greatly appreciate your subscription, and I greatly appreciate all the new subscribers subscribing to the channel and enjoying the content that I provide on this channel, as well as for the existing subscribers for your continued support. But anyone who's watching that have not already subscribed, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, back to the Civic. Now, Honda announced the new Civic last year, back in June 2021. This is the 11th generation Honda Civic. The Type R is also going to be in the lineup. Now, we didn't know whether, people weren't too sure whether, Honda were going to do another Type R, considering a lot of manufacturers are moving away from combustion engines now and going electric. So, a Honda still going to do combustion engine Type Rs? Are they going to do electric ones or hybrid ones, or are they going to drop the Type R altogether? Now, the previous generation, the 10th generation Honda Civic and the 5th generation Civic Type R, that did have a 2-litre engine. The 11th generation Civic is pretty much very similar to the 10th generation Civic, which is the 5th generation Civic Type R. Now, the Civic Type R has been shrouded in disguise and has been undergoing its final testing in tracks such as the Nurburgring in Germany and Suzuka in Japan, as you see from this video. However, you can see the newcomer takes slightly less aggressive approach than its predecessor, so it's more of a subtle styling of this car, as you can see, rather than the aggressive, over-the-top styling that we saw on the 10th gen Civic, 5th gen Civic Type R FK8. Although you're left in doubt about its potential. With the trademark triple exit exhaust, bulging wheel arches remain, but the wild rear spoiler is replaced by a subtler item perched on a delicate motorsport inspired supports. The Type R will get the new Civic's more upmarket cabin with improved infotainment, plus expect figure hugging seats, plenty of red trim accents, and the familiar aluminium gear knob. Honda has remained tight-lipped about the Civic's specifications, but has hinted it won't be electrified like the rest of the range, which is good news because there is a hybrid version coming in the 11th generation lineup. Also, they've suggested that it's likely to have a tweaked version of its predecessor's 316 horsepower turbocharged 2-litre unit and a 6-speed gearbox. The suspension will also be tuned to make sure that the Hot Honda remains the benchmark for handling on road and track. This new 2022 Honda Civic Type R is set to be a hotter version of the turbocharged 2-litre engine in the current Honda Civic Type R. Though the 6th generation Honda Civic Type R hasn't officially been uncovered, because as of January, the Civic Type R still was covered and in its camouflage wrap. Camouflaged or not, the Civic Type R, as you can see from these images, that the car does sport as more subtle styling to the previous gen. Prices for the next gen Honda Civic Type R are set to start from around £33,000. Only got UK money, obviously you can convert that into your own currencies. As you can probably tell from the looks, you shouldn't expect anything too radical. They have learnt from the previous generation the feedback that people gave with regards to the styling of the Honda Civic Type R 5th gen. A lot of people didn't like the vents. The vents on the back, they didn't like the fact that it had vents on the rear bumper. Normally something you only normally get on the front. I quite like the styling, but again, a lot of people didn't, and even Jeremy Clarkson has also took the mickey out of the 5th gen Civic Type R, saying that the designers didn't know when to stop designing. Basically, the past Civic Type R are anything to go by. It's likely that the new model will improve the bits that didn't work on the old car by leaving the good bits, which of there are many, well alone. And as you can see, that they are not changing its current styling setup with regards to wheelbase. The whole wheelbase and the whole chassis is basically the 10th gen / FK8 model of Honda Civic, not going back to the little hatchback. A lot of cars now are starting to do this. A lot of cars are starting to get bigger. For some reason, Toyota have decided to do a Yaris crossover, so they've enlarged the Yaris, and they're also doing the Igo X as well, which is also an slightly enlarged Igo. So a lot of small cars are disappearing. A lot of small cars are getting bigger, so they're making bigger versions of them. And Honda did the same thing with the with the Civic back in 2017, where they decided to make this Civic bigger. So styling wise, it looks like a saloon, but it's actually I don't know, I suppose you still call it a hatchback, but with all the front end of a saloon, I suppose. It's much larger at the front and sides than previous models. Under a positive light, the old car looked about as focused as a hot hatch gets. The less generous may have said it might look a bit like a boy racer car. It certainly attracted them, but it was one of the best hot hatches out there, and in my opinion, one of the best Honda Civic Type Rs they've actually done. A huge boot spoiler notwithstanding, you can expect the new Civic Type R to have a subtler styling with a few try-hard aero elements and bitty design features. And please, no red pinstripe alloy wheels. Next in the crosshairs, the interior. There's a lot of good about the old Civic Type R's cabin. The driving position was excellent. It had all the right faster bits. Sports seats with lots of lateral support, alloy pedals, and a lovely metal gear knob. It felt robust and was pretty roomy. However, the infotainment wasn't great, and neither was perceived quality. Both will look to be improved upon the current Type R's replacement. The current model is still streets ahead of newer rivals like the GTI Golf Club Sport in terms of pure performance and interaction. To that end, you can expect the new car's recipe to include a familiar mixture of a circa 320 PS, 316 HP, 2-litre petrol engine, front-wheel drive with limited slip differential and a gear shift so notchily slick that the gods could have engineered it themselves. Worth waiting for? Well, I think so. But is it a good time to buy the old Honda Civic Type R? If you can live with the looks, hot hatches really don't get much better than the outgoing Honda Civic Type R. A car that can demolish race tracks, but also shepherd you and your family up the road in surprising comfort. The current 10th gen Honda Civic slash 5th gen Honda Civic Type R smashed the Nurburgring lap time at just over 7.5 minutes, but was beaten by the Megane RS. But the limited edition Civic Type R came out and beat that time, so it's currently setting records on the Nurburgring, and this is currently doing its final testing on the Nurburgring at the moment. Haven't got any specific times it's set, but be interesting to see if it does actually beat the previous Civic's Type R lap time. Unfortunately, the market is well aware of its abilities, so even an early 2017 model with 35,000 miles on the clock will set you back £27,000. And if you think that's bad, pre-registered facelifted cars are currently carrying a £10,000 premium over list price. You'll need £46,000 to get behind the wheel of one of those, which is even more than what this new Civic Type R is going to be retailed at. But currently the cars on the market that will be rivaling, or the car that the Civic Type R will be rivaling on the market, is the Renault Megane, the Ford Focus RS, and the Audi RS3. The Megane is obviously the RS Sport, or whatever it's called. But yeah, there we go. That is the 2022 Honda Civic Type R. Coming out at the FL2 model is what this Civic's going to be called. So it's 6th generation Type R FL2. Obviously the one before that was 5th generation Type R FK8. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I can give you guys as much information as I can find on the internet about it at the moment with regards to its specifications. Everything is going to be very similar to the 10th gen slash 5th gen Civic Type R. I keep calling it 10th gen because it is a 10th gen Civic, but it's only the 5th gen Civic Type R, whereas this new 2022 model is the 11th generation Civic, but only the 6th generation Type R. I can't even remember what the I've totally forgotten what the first Civic Type R was. I know it was the late 90s one, but I can't even remember. Oh, the EK9. I know it was EK. That was the EK9. It's basically 1997. So 1997 to oh Christ. I don't even know on the 2000. There we go. So 1997 to 2000 was the EK9. Then we had the EP3, which was 2nd generation Type R, which was available from 2001 to 2005. After that, to be honest, I did actually like the 2nd generation. I'm not going to lie. The 2nd generation Type R was nice. The 3rd generation was the FD2 and FN2 in the I assume the UK and Europe. Oh yeah, actually Europe and international. Only Japan had the FD2. That was in production from 2007 to 2011, and then we had 4th generation, which was the FK2. Basically, it was again what we're seeing now. It's exactly the same car, but the styling was just ramped up. But they called it another generation, even though basically it's like a facelift model. But yeah, that was the 4th gen, which was the FK2. It was available, or was produced between 2015 and 2017, so it only had a 2-year life. 5th generation, which is the FK8, which is the one, the current one before this new one comes out this year, was in production from 2017 to 2021. So we're looking at 4 years. They don't have a very long shelf life, to be honest. These Civics. They tend to only have about 4 or 5 years on average. But, this 6th generation obviously will be coming out in 2022. And yeah, like I said, at the moment we don't have a specific date, but we're looking around about 2nd, 3rd quarter of 2022. Yeah guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget guys to leave a comment in this video. Let me know your thoughts of this brand new Honda Civic Type R 6th generation FL2 Type R that will be coming out this year. That's 2022 for those of you that are not watching it in 2022. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button for more content like this and other content that we do have on the channel. Because there will be other videos that will be coming up that won't be exactly like this, will be a little bit different. Got loads of videos planned that for the channel. We'll be doing another car news, I suppose, new release cars videos on the channel, as well as doing car reviews, which I'm doing on the Alfa Romeo Giulietta, and also we'll be trying to get a car started that hasn't been started for 2 years. But yeah, like I said guys, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it on your social media platforms. Share it out to everybody that you know that might like this or might want to hear some more information about the Civic Type R 6th gen. And yeah, don't forget to check out the content that you see on screen now from Paper Motor Projects. Like I said, not just like this, there's other stuff there as well that may take your fancy. And if it does, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And make sure your notification bell is clicked as well, so you're notified of new content from Paper Motor Projects. And hopefully guys, I'll catch you in the next video.